This week on GamePron News, we are teased by the brand new confirmation and reveal of Modern Warfare 3. For some warfare of a different kind, Osama bin Laden's Pakistani compound has been rebuilt inside Counter-Strike Source. The United States Navy has created an MMO to help the war against Somali pirates. Australia's push for an R18 rating was in the headlines as a key player resigns from Parliament. Blizzard announced Diablo 3 should be available as a playable beta by the end of the year, even if the full game's not out until 2012, and developers turn Microsoft's Kinect into a virtual fitting room inside a Russian dress shop. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. Some late breaking news to kick off your weekend. Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games have released the first look teaser trailer for eagerly anticipated FPS Modern Warfare 3 America Under Siege.
Stalker 1-0, this is Stalker 1-1. Status report, over. Stalker 1-1, this is Stalker 1-0. Leaving Manhattan, entering Brooklyn Battery Tunnel now, over.
Уничтожить вражескую надежду на побеждение.
That's New York Harbor under fire from Russian forces, and it's just one of the controversial settings said to be included within the game. Robert Bowling, creative strategist from Infinity Ward, has announced that the trailer's release wasn't planned for today, but following a whole bunch of leaked and rumoured stories, the company decided to release the first of many videos for the new game, warning that this one is coming in hot. Mark your calendars, the game, currently in development for Xbox 360, PS3 and PC, is due out November 8th, 2011. Now, it didn't take gamers long. Osama bin Laden's final hiding spot in Abbottabad, Pakistan, has been made into a playable map for Counter-Strike Source within just a week of the US Navy SEAL raid on the property. Amid calls of too soon, the map's creator has explained that the general-purpose multiplayer map, featuring 32 spawn points, is based on what we know about bin Laden's mansion. A new version, featuring 64 spawn points, has mapmaker Fletch adding a little more backstory to his particular fictional map. This time around, terrorists have returned to the Abbottabad compound on a mission to destroy any remaining information. Of course, it's the counter-terrorist job to prevent them from doing so. Voila, one very well-rated map for Counter-Strike Source. You can grab both versions from the GamePron file library. Sticking with politics for a moment, the United States Navy is turning to video games as a way of crowdsourcing ideas. Mowgli, the massively multiplayer online war game leveraging the internet, has been designed to gather ideas on how to fight off maritime terrorists and real-world pirates around the Horn of Africa. Planned for launch on May 16th, Mowgli is the product of years of research. Designed to support more than 1,000 players, both military and civilian, it is the first effort by the American Defense Force to introduce crowdsourcing and gamification into traditional war games. The plan, basically, is to spur out-of-the-box thinking when it comes to anti-piracy strategy, with the intention that the games, and the gamers, will come up with novel combinations and complex interactions of ideas, the sort of thing that may not otherwise come out of traditional wargame approaches. If you want to get involved, head over to the Mowgli website and sign up. Australian politics was also in the news this week as a key player in the push for an R18 adult rating for video games resigned from Parliament. Tasmanian Attorney-General David Bartlett was one of the cause's most vocal and passionate supporters, but it seems his heart was no longer in the job, admitting that he has been questioning whether he has the passion and commitment to manage such a demanding role. It's just a few months away from the meeting of the Standing Committee of Attorneys General, tipped to be the decision maker, so these new events have made Australian gamers a little concerned. Bartlett was certainly not the only Attorney-General in favour of the R18 rating, but it's not known quite where his replacement, former Environment Minister Brian Whiteman, will stand on the matter. As E3 draws ever closer, we're starting to see all the big pre-announcements being made about who will be showing off their wares at the expo and just what those wares might be. Unfortunately, none of these shiny new toys will be coming from Bungie, as the developer has come forward stating that it will not be in attendance at next month's trade show. Community poster Irk took to the developer blog to explain that the company is actually doing you a favour. They just wanted to make sure that gamers didn't get whipped into a rumour-fueled frenzy, only to have their expectations unceremoniously dashed during Expo Week. We're hoping this means the devs are just way too busy to take time off, but we're still a little disappointed that we won't get to see the mysterious new projects just yet. Bungie has been on a bit of a trademarking spree, filing the Bungie Aerospace Corporation and the very intriguing Crimson. Another company who will not be at E3 is Blizzard Entertainment, but that doesn't mean it's not planning big things for the rest of the year. During a recent earnings call, it was revealed that the developer is currently targeting a Q3 launch for external beta testing of Diablo 3. The game itself still has no forecast release date, with company founder Mike Morhaime explaining that the company will not compromise the quality of the game in order to hit a window. It is, however, aiming to have a playable beta ready for us between July and September of this year. Activision Blizzard Chief Financial Officer Thomas Tipple has explained that he doesn't expect a game from Blizzard in 2011, but suggested that at least 2 releases might be on the way from the developer in 2012. This week we also got a sneak peek of just what's happening in Diablo 3, as a new video introduced the Enchantress, the Scoundrel and the Templar. They're followers, new co-op companions who will join you as you progress through Sanctuary. They are, essentially, the Diablo 3 equivalent of the hirelings you played with in Diablo 2. Kit them out with amulets, rings, armour, helms and weapons, and each one will bring you extra skills. Handy. Also handy is Microsoft Kinect, which is slowly being used for more real-world applications instead of just clever games. This week we learned about a Russian company, AR Door, which took the technology, combined it with augmented reality and created a virtual fitting room that was placed in a Moscow clothing retailer. The special kiosk was built and installed in the Moscow Topshop store and allowed customers to select garments and try them on, all while watching a virtual version of themselves on the screen. The technology wasn't perfect, but the customers seemed delighted and a little confused by trying out the 3D version of the dresses and using virtual buttons to navigate within the range. The beauty of this setup, of course, is that Kinect doesn't require any special markers or mocap ping pong balls. The built-in camera simply tracks the person's body and adds it to a 3D model of the dress. If you twist yourself around enough, you should be able to see both the front and back angles of the dress, so you should be able to work out, virtually, if your new outfit really does make your bum look big. Till next week, I'm Jessica Citizen and this is GamePron News.